Hey guys, OG Albani here, bringing you guys our WPF Delta Season 1 Week 7 battle against Rose, I know his name on Discord is Rose Ray God, but I think it goes by Rose, in his Las Vegas Rotoms. Rose actually just took over for Bruno7, so he's taken over the team here. It's a pretty scary squad, and Rose seems like a really nice guy, so please go down in the description, check him out, go head over to his video, say, hi, say we sent ya. And if you guys enjoy our side of the battle today, be sure to drop a like on the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 3,000 subs, and if you want to help me out in reaching that goal, I would appreciate it a ton. And yeah, with that being said, we might as well jump on into it. I do like to do these quick little team builders before our drafting battles, just so you know what we're bringing and why we're bringing it, so you have that background knowledge and context going into the battle. If you want to jump ahead to the battle itself, there's a timestamp on the screen and in the description below on when that begins. Alrighty, that being said, our team, if you did forget, is at the top of the screen, and it consists of Sneasler, Spectre, Terra Sneasler, sorry, I'm all over the place tonight, Zarude, Sylveon, our Sandy Shocks, Uxie, Copperaja, Volcanion, Braviary, and Knucklestack, while our opponent's team is at the bottom of the screen. It consists of Terratorn, Ursaluna, Glamora, Klefki, Frostlass, Rotomo, Slowbro, Tauros Paldea, just regular combat, I guess, Hydreigon, and the Arcanine. Now, what am I scared of? First up is going to be that Torn. I'm very much so expecting a Nasty Plot Torn. I think Nasty Plot Terra Ground Torn in particular absolutely cooks my team. If you look at the combination of flying and ground against my squad, I simply don't have an answer for it. And it outspeeds everything minus Spectre. I can always live a hit from it as well. So, it's looking really scary. It's honestly looking very, very scary against us. Something like Hydreigon also very much so worries me. Something like Sylveon ends up getting chipped down, trying to pivot into Torn and things like that, or via spikes or whatever it may be. Scarf Hydra looks really scary. It's either going to be Scarf or Roselia in this game. I do lean Scarf. I think Scarf is a little bit better against me this week. Ursaluna is always going to be scary. Flame Orb set, it absolutely cooks me. Like, it does a ton of damage. But, lucky for us or unlucky for us, I really do feel like he is going to be an Assault Vest set, just because Spectre runs this team's fade otherwise. The combination of Shadow Ball and Draining Kiss kind of cooks him, especially if he's chipping himself down with Burn Chip. It'll make things like Psychic and Foul Play do a lot more damage to him potentially, so I don't know if he'll necessarily want to go like Flame Orb. I really do think Assault Vest is coming. And then it's just all these hazards, man. I mean, he has, I don't know if he drafted all these, he has every single spiker in the world between Klefki, the Glamora, and the Frostlass, and the combination of spikes plus those, scary offense mons like the Hydreigon and the Torn and the Ursaluna can get really, really messy, so we gotta be careful about that, considering we have basically no removal. Braviary doesn't count, he sucks. And that also loses to every single one of his hazard setters, so that's something to keep in mind. Something like Arcanine can be very annoying for a Sneasler, which is going to be our main win con in this game. And then Rotom is also pretty annoying, because we don't switch into its Volt switches very well, outside of Zarude, which could get burned. It also just isn't that good this game. Excuse me. But yeah. With that being said, we can go ahead and jump on into our first mob, which is going to be our Spectre, rocking out with the heavy-duty boots. You're going to see, that might be a theme this week. Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss, Nasty Plot, and Psychic. We have 88 HP, 236 special attack, and 184 speed with a timid nature. This Pokemon, again, still goes crazy. We can live one Scarf hit from Hydreigon. And then Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss, Psychic actually hits the team very hard. Psychic is a nice option to really, really nuke through things like Tauros if it's like a weird AV set, but especially Glamora. As well as just a very strong neutral move to hit Ursaluna with. Again, if I can just bait a bunch of spikes, chip on that thing, I'm going to be in a pretty good spot when it comes to breaking through it and potentially winning this Pokemon. I actually think this is one of the few Spectre matchups that, I feel pretty comfortable with it here. Then we have our Sneasler rocking out with an Unburdened White Herb set, Dire Claw, Close Combat, Swords Dance, and Terra Blast. We are Terra Electric this week with 128 HP, 204 attack, and 176 speed with a Jolly nature. This Pokemon does incredibly well in this game. If you look at the combination of our original 2 stabs plus stab, Terra Electric, we go crazy. We can set up on things like Klefki, especially, that might want to T-Wave us, so that's another really important thing to note. Kind of a reason we went Terra Electric anyways, because it covers that Klefki, but it also breaks through that Slowbro, which is, obviously very, very cool for us, because it could kind of stuff us otherwise. Plus, Terra Blast is doing a lot to that thing. We're wider with CC in order to proc that, get our Unburden, and hopefully win this game. Again, things like Arcanine need to be chipped or gone, and then once that happens, we're going to be in a pretty good spot with this guy, so definitely excited for Sneasler. Next up, we have what should be Uxie. that I forgot to change the sprite on, and I'm just not realizing. We're not going back and fixing that. We're Psychic, Stealth Rock, Grass Knot, and U-Turn with the Chalonberry, Max Fist Def. We're going to go through it quick because I feel embarrassed that I have this on the screen. This thing is meant to basically get up rocks and pivot into Ursaluna. I am Chalonberry in case it is like, Guts, Flame Orb, Facade, so I can live one guaranteed after hazards and things like that, and, all shenanigans. Grass Knot hits it very hard. This is a good rocker. Psychic is just good neutral coverage for things like Paldean Taurus, which this will also be my switch into that thing if it comes, as well as hitting the Glamor hard. And then I have U-Turn just to gain slow momentum, and, pivot out on a lot of threats. Then we have our second hazard setter in Sandy Shocks, where Earth Power, Full Switch, Tri-Attack, and Spikes. 32 HP, 228 special attack, and 248 speed with a timid nature. This thing, again, does really well in setting up spikes. Again, the name of the game is getting up spikes and hazard stacking our opponent, not letting their hazards really affect us. If you've noticed so far, we actually have 2 Boots Pokemon that, obviously avoid all of the hazards. We have an Uxie that dodges spikes and only gets hit by rocks. And then we have our Sneasler, which is kind of a win con, come in, set up one-time thing, so it's not super effective by hazards. You'll see nothing on my team cares about spikes, and, the Sandy Shocks is no different. We can come in on things like Lamore, force it out, set up spikes, do things like that. We can Volt Switch out if we expect the Rotom to come in. We have Tri-Attack as neutral coverage for that, and as just like a neutral mid-ground click against a Torn. I think it's going to be Terra Ground, but Tri-Attack is, a somewhat safe click into that thing. In case it's not, we have Volt Switch to grab momentum. Pretty simple stuff. We're never really staying in and T-bolting anything anyways, so I figured that, Volt Switch is good. And Tri-Attack also helps us out with the Hydreigon, I forgot to mention. But yeah. Then we have our Sylveon, Hyper Voice, Wish, Protect, and Yawn. This thing is here to check both the Hydreigon and the Torn in some capacity. Now, depending on what ends up coming, what's healthy, when I figure out items, things like that, will kind of depend on what this is here to check. I'm mostly expecting it to check that Hydreigon, but if I can Yawn that Tornadus and force it out after setting up a nasty plot, I'm going to be in a really good spot. Yawn plus Protect is really good against pivots like Glamora, against pivots like Klefki that might want to come in on our Hyper Voice. It isn't going to do the most to them in the world. We'll be able to Yawn, and then either throw up a Wish or, Protect in the case of like Gilmore or something like that. Either they switch out or they fall asleep. And both of those things are good for us. So, I do like the Yawn, especially, again, if we get up a bunch of hazards, it's not going to be fun to switch around the Yawn if I have multiple spikes and rocks up. Then, our fourth Boots Pokemon in Volcanion. Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, Fire Spin, and Taunt. 196 HP, 216 special attack, and 96 speed with a modest nature. This Pokemon, 1, is very good offensively in this game. Really, it's only the Hydreigon and the Slowbro that switch in. 2, we actually trap the Slowbro pretty well with Fire Spin plus Taunt. Shouldn't be able to slack off on us. Steam Eruption does a ton, especially if we get a burn. We're going to be able to trap that thing in and eliminate it from the game, which is really nice for things like our, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, our Sneasler, which is really, really cool. Again, also just pressures this team offensively. It's a good way to break through something like Ursaluna. We could always live a hit from Torn, even when it's Terra Ground, Terra Blast, and we hit things very hard. It also pivots into Arcanine, which we really struggle with at the moment, so I like that aspect of it as well. But yeah, that is going to be the team. I will be right back with the battle. Oh, wait, sorry, really quick. Shoutouts to this much channel members. Keep forgetting to do it. I am so sorry to my channel members because I love you all so much and I appreciate you supporting me. We have Endless Gadgets. Odds are Thriller, Matrix, Bic, Goose, Zeke, Olivia Sama, and D-Double. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. If you want to become a member, go click that join button down there. It helps me immensely. And yeah, I'll be right back with the battle. Alrighty guys, here we are with the battle. We're connected with Rose. Let's see what they got. We got a Klefki. We got a Tornadus Therian formation. We got a Big Bear Ursaluna. I like big bears. We got a Frostlass. There's so many like spikers, bro. You did not leave a single spiker for the rest of us. We have Hydreigon and Glimmy. Okay, what I think I do is I always lead off with my Sandy Shocks. I feel pretty comfortable leading with it. I can always kind of get up a spike in front of most things on this team and put myself in a good spot. I have quadruple boots and a Pokemon off the ground, so I'm not worried about being spike sacked. It's literally only my Sneasler. When Sneasler comes in, it's coming in to click SD on the Klefki, and that's it. So or just clicking close combat to get its unburden procced and outspeed and kill things. So, I'm okay with that taking 25% one time. Everything else on my team literally does not care about hazards. Besides maybe rocks on Uxie is kind of annoying, but not that big of a deal, you know? But yeah, good luck and fun to my opponent. I want to out-hazard them and hopefully put myself in a good spot. Things like Ursaluna, Klefki are going to be important to hazard down, but it's also not super important that I get up a bunch of hazards too, which is another big thing to notice. Like, it's a really, really big thing, I think. But it's mainly the Ursaluna. If I chip down Ursaluna, Spectre wins. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, good luck have fun to my opponent. Also, if it's Guts Ursaluna, I'm like Flame Orb Guts, not just Guts, but like Flame Orb, I'm pretty sure I can win because of that too. We have Crystal Lead, which is going to be the Frostlass. Sandy Shocks. Let's see, Frostlass. Ice Beam doesn't kill me. I feel pretty comfortable either getting up a Spike or Volting. Do I though? I think I can play it safe and just go into Sylveon. I think I can play it pretty safe and go into Sylveon. I'm very surprised that this is the Hazard's lead. I'm very surprised about that. But it's okay. We can go into this and we can just yawn. This is the Spike's lead. That's super interesting to me. I think I'm just going to yawn. Another thing I can do is just Hyper Voice. Actually, I kind of like Hyper Voicing more. Because I can kind of either yawn a Glamora afterwards and get off a ton of damage on this wanting to spike up. I think I'll yawn the next turn in case of like a Destiny Bond. But I'm very surprised that this was the hazard lead. I feel like the other mons were much better hazard setters versus me. But we're just going to Hyper Voice. One spike does go up, but again, spikes don't bother me. Bear down? Hard bear down? Bro, I'll take that. Are you kidding me? AV. For sure, AV. That's great, though. I mean, I take that chip. Any day of the week. I can get on my rocks now. That's huge. That's huge. I'm not worried about these spikes either. So, like, that's a good trade for me. I get to find out it's AV. And, like, that's a valuable chip. That's all this. If you normal moves. If you heavy slams, you heavy slams. I'm Shalom Berry, especially because this thing isn't Guts. My Uxie, like, super checks it. Let's see. We see a Body Slam, probably? Yeah. So we do see a Body Slam. I'm okay with that. No pair? No pair? Oh, yeah. I'm going to get up my Stealth Rock. He might crunch, but the next turn I'll just Grass Knot. I don't lose nothing Grass Knotting. We'll go from there. I will go from there. There's also no Arcanine, so I don't have to worry about playing weird with my White Herb, which is also incredible for your boy. Get up my rocks. Again, we're just going to start whittling things down. Jingle, jingle. Out comes Keys. That's fine. Get over Stealth Rock. We're going to go ahead and U-turn on out. Go ahead, U-turn. If he wants to T-Wave me, that's fine. He's going to go ahead and go for Reflect. Fine. And U-turn, literally 0 damage. I know it screens Keys, too. I mean, something I can do... I feel like I can actually go out and get up a Spike. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a Spike instead of going hard Volcanion right now, because I don't want to let the other screen as easily. And, like, well, like, the other screen goes up, but I'd rather get my Spikes. Or a Spike. You know? If he wants to go ahead and get off a screen, that's fine. If he's Magnerized, I could just Volt Switch out, go into my Volcanion, and go from there. Like, I'm not super worried about this in that regard. I don't know if he goes Hard Bear, either. Hard Bear seems like a very aggressive play right now, considering I can Earth Power. I mean, like, it doesn't take much, but you don't want that thing to take chip. It is quite literally the only Pokemon stopping you from losing to Spectre right now. And, like, Scarf Hydreigon. Even then, I got a great check to Scarf Hydra. He's gonna screen up. Fine. That's fine. Okay, get up a Spike. I think I can just spike again, right? I'm just gonna spike again. I see no reason not to. He is dual screens. He's gonna withdraw. But that's like permanent damage on the keys every time it comes in too. Baradon's gonna come out, but it's gonna take a spike and rocks, so like that's fine. My Uxie is literally here for this Pokemon. Get up another one. And my name is Uxie. Now, an issue is I can't really U-turn on this thing in case it does want to stay in with the screen up. So I think I always Grass Knot here. Unless he pairs me, then I might be slower. He doesn't. So I think I can always just Grass Knot, right? And then I can always just U-turn out on whatever comes out next. And whatever comes in has to take some kind of hazard chip, right? Unless it's Boots, Torn, or, like, Hydreigon. Like, I'm forcing damage. Bijou. Something that I'm a little bit worried about is, like, a weakness policy set. Nothing. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, this is Black Sludge, and I always click Psychic. I don't want to let this thing be subtoxic and be annoying. Like, I think I always just click Psychic. I don't need this for anything anymore. I got up 2 spikes and rocks. The bear is no longer an issue. This is what this Pokemon is here for. That's unfortunate. I did kind of forget about that. Very surprised that he's Mortal Spin on this, but I think it's okay. I think I just get up my rocks again, right? I'm kind of just stalling out screens. Super F drop skis. No Super F drop. I'm very surprised he's Mortal Spin on this. I have a Steel way of blocking that right now. I don't, unfortunately. But I think I can just get up my rocks, right? Pretty sure I can just get up my rocks. Also going to get up his rocks, but like, Mortal Spin rocks. This is very interesting. I mean, I'm okay if my rocks don't go up full time, and the only thing that rocks really bother on my team are going to be my Sneasler. So like, rocks are fine. I'm just gonna Psychic again. Again, getting chip on this thing is great. I'm also stalling out screen's turn, so like, these are all good things, you know? He's just gonna Sludge Wave. I go down, but my rocks are out. And that's the important thing. Okay, Black Sludge. Black wears off. Black wears off. I think I can go out. The only issue is now I don't have my Uxie. And that's a little bit scary. I could go Sneasler. And click Swords Dance. Is a very viable option. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to SD. I'm not gonna Terra just yet. SD. He's gonna stay in. Earth Power. Don't die. Light Screen wears off. I don't need to Terra yet. I'm just gonna close combat. Key spikes affect nothing on my team, so I don't have to worry about hitting this thing with that. I'm just gonna CC. Klefki comes out. I'm okay with this breaking right now. I'm super okay with this breaking right now. I guess I'll beta Dire Claw status on the Torn, and I force out Terra really early, which I think is really clutch. Gonna withdraw. Dude, if he goes hard Flash Slash, good shit. You get me? Good game, bro. You got my ass. Oh my god. That's tough, dude. You got me. I'm just getting cooked. I'm just getting cooked. It has not been a good week for your boy. I'm just gonna go ahead and click Terra Blast. I mean, there's not to. If he's Scarf or if he's Shard, I'm just screwed. I really doubt he's Scarf. He's probably Shard if he went into it like this. We'll see. It leaks information, I guess. I don't know. I'm not in a great spot. I'm not in a great spot. It's definitely not unwinnable, but I would not say I'm in a great spot. Yeah, so I do knock him out. So, like, we get rid of the Flash Slash, which is good. No more spikes. Doesn't matter, actually. But I also don't switch in this Pokemon particularly well. If he is not Scarf on anything, we can also win that way. If you Scarf Hydreigon, I at least know that. If it goes into Hydreigon, it might be worth avoiding it altogether, and we'll see. Because, like, maybe keeping the sack is worth it if I think it's Scarf Hydreigon, but he could also click Flash Game, but it doesn't really matter, because I'm Boots, you know? So I don't know if it, like, super matters in that regard. What comes out? Okay. I mean, well, do I Swords Dance like a monster? Or do I take this opportunity to break? Do I Swords Dance like an absolute demon? Because I'm really thinking about it. But also chipping this thing is incredible for me. Balls on the table. Let's do it. He's gonna reflect. I knew it. Let's go. Huge, 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 huge. We SD up. Okay. Now we are going to close combat, get our speed boost. Didn't even kill. That's unfortunate. Don't have an attacking move. He does, because he went after me. It's a wee bit unfortunate. So we are going to go down there. Okay. I think what I do... I think I go Shocks. Little does he know, all of my Pokemon are Boots right now. I think I am just going to Spike. I don't really need this, too, so, like, if the Ursaluna comes in, I'm actually kind of okay with sacking this to get up another Spike. And maybe even 3. He is going to... Okay, so he is going to Light Screen there. That's fine with me, bro. Now, maybe I want to Earth Power here. Because it covers that Ursaluna pivot, and I at least chip it down a little bit. The Earth Power here? Is it worth dropping an Earth Power, or is it worth... Who's left on his side? I mean... Is it even worth spiking again? I'm gonna spike again. I'm gonna withdraw. Hydreigon. Okay, so I'm glad I spiked. And now I Volt out here. I don't need health on this Pokemon. And knowing he's not Scarf can also be very, very clutch for me. Like, incredibly clutch. I can always go into Sylveon, throw off a Yawn. Yawn plus Protect ensures that I don't get my Spike spun away. Which is also very, very nice. So I'm going to Volt. It also covers a double out in case he is not a U-turn set. He's going to U-turn. That's perfect. I'm okay with this because, right, like, Ursaluna has to come out now. Maybe try attacking would have been cool, but Light Screen's up. If this was like a random DD set, I didn't want to play with that. So I'm okay with the Volt, even if the Ursaluna decides to come out now. Because it's not going to be able to, you know, do what it wants to do. Jingle comes out. That's fine. I get to reset. I get to reset, put him in a tough spot. Now, I need to go into something that does not allow the Glamora to come in. He's gonna die to spikes. That's fine. I am okay with that. Now something else has to come out. And potentially deal with me. If Torn comes in, I think I'm going to try attack into it. As a middle ground. Just to get damage to put it in range of Spectrier. Bird up. Are you Terra Ground, sir? I think you're Terra Ground. So it is Boots. Unless this is Agility, Tri-Attack should put it in range of whatever I want to put it in range of. I don't think Terra Blast will kill us from here. It might. Tornado's Therian, Nasty Plot. Let's see if he's like... Terra Blast. Ground. That's a love of status on this thing. It's going to be Terra Ground here, right? I know it is. Yeah, there it is. So Terra Blast can knock me out. But this Tri-Attack should do a decent amount of damage. Oh my god, he's like max special defense. Oh my god, the freaking terrain, the light screen's up. Oh shit, that's bad. I got Earth Power. Okay, so he doesn't... Shit, that's bad, dude. He's gonna knock me out. Shit, that's bad, dude. I think I lose. I forgot about the screens. Now, Sylveon is a good check. It takes Hurricane to 2-hit KO me. So I am going to Yawn. Leaf Wind. This doesn't 2-hit KO me. Speed Falls, that's fine. The opposing team's Reflect wore off. I really don't think he lets us go to bed. And I want to double out into Spectrier to put on immense offensive pressure right now. Like, I really don't think he does. Is this a game-losing double, though? I want to keep Sylveon healthy, dude. But I also don't want to let in the Glamora. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Spec. Miss. Miss. Miss, 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 miss. You don't deserve this. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What? You were gonna let this go to sleep? Okay. That's not as bad. Not as bad. Almost lost it. Not as bad. Okay. Now, the only issue is Bear puts me in a tough spot here. Bear does put me in a tough spot here. Bear puts me in a tough spot here. We are forcing it to take very crucial hazards damage. I mean, there's one more turn of Light Screen. Do I need health on this Pokemon? No. Let's see. Ursaluna. Let's say it's not Flame Orb. Let's Let's say it has Crunch. Let's say it's max HP Assault Vest. I think this is my only play as a Nasty Plot. I think my only play is a Nasty Plot here. Because I can't really take any damage on anything else. I think it's my only play, unfortunately. And if we don't live this, we lose. Headlong Rush. Oh my gosh. Lived. Light screen wears off, so no more screens is the big thing. I think I can Psychic here. One sec, I'm recording. I'll be done in a sec. So we knock out the bear. Good. Look at Spectre getting his second KO of the season. What an overrated Pokemon. So we're at +3. If he's not Scarf Hydra, we actually win the game. But I can't really play with that, can I? I can't really play with that, can I? I unfortunately cannot play with that. Up comes the Hydreigon. I think what I do is I go Hard Volcanion. Because I need this. It's gonna really suck if he wasn't Scarf. And he was like Roselli, because I'm pretty sure he died. Roselli Berry? At least if he's offensive, Earth Power comes out. Wow. What a very aggressive play. I do want to see Earth Power Sylveon. There's no damage. So I think what I can do is I can keep this sack. Or do I want to keep the sack? I don't think I need to. No, I died to everything. There's no point. I'm just going to Steam Eruption. He's going to Earth Power again. I don't think I can win. What I'm thinking I can do here is potentially going into Spectre, doubling into it, and then is it a Draining Kiss I need to make? And we're gonna go Spec here. He switches out. Double. It's been a very good game regardless. I'm kind of on a skid right now, so I would have liked to have won. I think we're gonna lose, but gonna get hit by spikes. And I think I can just Shadow Ball. I think he's in a really tough spot wanting to go hard into the thing. I don't know, but like also, does max HP Glamor die to a Shadow Ball? But like, if he sacks this, does he lose to Sylveon? I really want a Draining Kiss. Because I really think he loses to Sylveon. I think he goes Torn, if anything. I'm just going to Shadow Ball. Okay, wait. Maybe Sylveon can win now. Maybe Sylveon can win now. Maybe Sylveon can win. If he's Flash Cannon, I'm kind of screwed. We're gonna Drain Kiss. We're just gonna Draining Kiss. Will Spectre finally win a game? He's really thinking here. Ooh, the U-turn. U-turn. Use Flash Cannon. That's kind of tough. I don't know why he was thinking. That seems like a very free click. So he's Scarf, Flash Cannon. I'm pretty sure that spells defeats for your hero. If we get any drops, I guess, is the main thing. Is he gonna get it right away? Nope. Push protect. He's gonna flash cannon. Okay, so we're gonna wish up. I'm gonna wish here. No reason not to. No drop. No drop. Okay, this flash cannon does not kill me. It is my play to hyper voice. It's my play to hyper voice. Because then I'm very healthy for the thing, and I'm playing with less drop chances. Oh, he switched hard out! Yo, 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 yo! Hold up! Torn. Ada, Sylveon. Got a hyper voice. Give me a roll. This is a roll, by the way. This is a roll on offensive Torn. Give it to me. Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Oh my god, what a close game. Alright, Hydrake on Nasty Block, or Hydrake on Flash Cannon, even on a crit. I think we're good. And let me count crit. Crit doesn't even 2-hit KO my Sylveon, so we are good. There's no Pokemon left. We simply click Hyper Voice, and we win the game. We are good. Crit does not kill me. Woo! Let's go, baby. I think that was a very good game. I think Rose played very well. This is a very good game. I think the only blunder he had was sacking that Glamora. It made Sylveon very tough for him to break. Spectre finally did something. Can I finally give him a thumbnail? Because he sucks. But yeah, we're able to win and break our 2-game loss streak. And we move it to 5-2, which is an unbelievably better record than 4-3. I don't know what the difference is between the two besides just one game, but they look so much better. Like when you see 5-2 opposed to 4-3, it looked like I know what I'm doing, and it's good to get a win here. We lost both of our Wi-Fi League games last week, and we're able to start this week off with a win. So again, GG's to Rose. He just took over this team. I think he played very well. That was a very scary game, and the screens plus like Torn, and it was a lot of things I expected, but it's because those things were good against me. So yeah, GG's to Rose. Please go check him out in the description below. He seems like a very nice guy. And yeah, like I said,